Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining our second Children and Youth Speaker Series program for 2024. We'll give everyone a moment to get set up. My name is Adriana, and I'm the Co-Executive Director working with AboutFace for 3 years. And before we begin, I'd like to start with a land acknowledgement. Each of us is joining the program today from a different location and therefore a different Indigenous land. I wish to acknowledge the land on which AboutFace is headquartered, which is in the city of Toronto. This land is a traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting is still home to many Indigenous peoples across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. We hope that after our session today, you'll take a moment to learn more about the land that you occupy. Before we begin, just a reminder of a lay of the land for Zoom, that this is a recorded session. And if you are joining us live, that you can have your camera on or off and your microphone on or off, that we ask that you do keep those off during the session unless asked to participate otherwise. The recording will be uploaded to our YouTube page as a resource for the community after this is completed. And please use the chat for any questions that you might have. And one last thing to note before we start is that we cannot provide any specific advice or counseling. But if you have any questions that might be considered that, we ask that you direct those to your healthcare team. And now for us to begin. Community member and volunteer Ross and his friend Ralph are back. When Ross and Ralph were younger, they made friends by being the classroom clown. But maybe that's not always the best approach. Today, we're going to join Ross and Ralph as they explore helpful tips and strategies on how to make friends. Please welcome Ross and Ralph.
Hi, everyone. I'm here again with my friend Ralph. How are you, Ralph? I'm fantastic. Are we doing another show? Yes, this is a webinar, like the one we did last year about negative talk. Oh, yes, I remember. That's what it's called, a webinar. What's this webinar about? This webinar is about how to make friends. Oh, that's exciting. I have so many friends. That's good to hear, Ralph. You'll be a great bear to have on this webinar today. Ralph, do you have any good tips that you would like to share on how to make a friend? Oh, yeah, I always try to make fun of myself, so everyone will laugh at me and like me. Oh, really? I was a bit of a class clown myself when I was younger. Can you give us an example of a joke that you'd say about yourself? Yeah, I sure can. I don't like my voice at all, so I tell everyone that I think my voice is unbearable. Do you get it? Unbearable, because I'm a bear. I got it. Why are you laughing? Do you really dislike your voice that much? Yeah, it's high pitched, and I think people find it annoying. I don't find your voice annoying, Ralph. How does it make you feel when bears or people laugh at your joke? Great! I get a huge reaction every time. Well, I'm glad that it's helped you make friends. Yeah, but since you asked how it makes me feel, I'll be honest. At first, other bears were laughing when I would say the joke, and I thought they started to like me. But they started teasing me about my voice. I think they're still my friends, and I pretend it doesn't bother me, but sometimes I'm not so sure. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ralph. Self-deprecating jokes can be okay to get people to laugh, but if we make it a constant habit of making fun of ourselves, it can really wear us down. I find you usually won't notice it, how it makes you feel right away, but over time you'll start to think the jokes are true and it can hinder your confidence. Now that you mention it, I have been thinking about my voice a lot more ever since I started telling everyone that joke. Maybe I can try talking in a deeper tone. Do I sound cooler if I talk like this? That kind of hurts when I talk like that. Ralph, yeah, Ralph, it's okay to change things about ourselves for the better, but there's nothing wrong with your voice, and you shouldn't force changes about yourself that hurt you. I've never thought of that before. It didn't seem like a big deal at the time, but now that you brought it up, that makes a lot of sense. I'll try to be a little bit more mindful when I tell jokes about myself or other bears the next time. That's a good thought, Ralph. It's important to not only think about yourself, but think about other people and bears' feelings as well. Being empathetic towards others It's another great way to help make you to make friends. Hey, do, do you do you know what's the one of the most important skills to have to make a friend? No, I have no idea. Being a good active listener. An active listener? How do you do that? Wait, do you mean someone listening to someone while jumping around? Like this, Ross? Am I active listening now? No, actually, Ralph, your feet should be still and you should be focused on listening to the person that's speaking to you. Oh, I see. So I shouldn't be doing anything else other than talking to the person that I'm having a conversation with. Yes, and you might be surprised the amount of people that'll have a misunderstanding during a conversation when they're not active listening. Well, how do you do it? It's easy once you get used to it. First, you show them that you're active listening by giving them full eye contact and you're not distracted doing something else like looking at your phone. Hey, I was looking at that. Do you know what I just said? Uh, you said something about active listening? Yes, and how you should be giving the person or bear you're speaking with eye contact to show them that you're paying attention to them. Oh, really? Like this? Okay, all right, okay. I'm looking at their eyeballs right now. Now what? Uh, that's good. It's important to maintain eye contact. You're building a connection with the people that you're speaking with, and they know that you're giving them your full attention. Ah, yes. Hello. I'm giving you my full undivided attention. Uh, do you like me more now? Well, this is a webinar, so they're only listening to us right now. They can't really talk back to you, but I have a feeling the people watching might like you more now. Oh, oh, really? Well, that was easy. Yeah, it can be easy, but some people might struggle with it, but that's okay. It just means you have to practice a little bit more. Another way to be a good active listener is not to interrupt someone when they're speaking, and when they're done talking, repeat back what they said. Oh, like this? Another way to be better at listening is not to interrupt someone, and when they're done speaking, repeat back what they said. No, Ralph, that would be bullying. But that's what you said. Yes, them. You do repeat to them, but you rephrase what they say in a different way. Let me give you an example. Say something to me. I don't really know what to say. So you're not sure what to say? Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, you did it. You said the phrase back to me because you were listening. Yes, it's good repeating a phrase back at the beginning of a conversation because it shows that you're engaged in the conversation. Okay, that makes sense. I do like it when I know someone is listening to me. Me too, Ralph. Let's practice listening by playing a game. I think it's a game you probably heard before. Let's play Simon Says. I'll be Simon, and I want you, Ralph, and the people watching at home to play too. Wait, your name is Ross, not Simon. Yes, I know my name is Ross, but for the game, I'll be Simon. That's really confusing, but okay, I want to win. Well, we're all going to be winners because we're going to improve our active listening skills. What's the rules of the game? First, let's make sure we're all in a safe zone to play the game. I want everyone to make sure you can fully spin with your arms out without hurting anyone or yourself. Wait, what are you doing? Oh, oh my goodness. I didn't know you were going to spin the chair. Oh, oh, my life flashed before my eyes. Ah, oh, it was so boring. Now that we've done our safety check, the rules are very simple. I'll be Simon, and I'll tell you what to do, and you, Ralph, and everyone watching has to follow my commands. When I say Simon Says. Can you give me an example? Sure, there'll be simple commands like Simon, act like a monkey. Right, that you got perfect. You got the right idea. Okay, I think I got it. All right, let's begin. Simon says, look to the left. Good. Simon says, bark like a dog. Meow. Ralph, that wasn't a dog, that was a cat. Oh, really? I've never heard a dog before. Really? I find that hard to believe that you never heard a dog before. What does a dog sound like? Oh, oh, dogs seem scary. They can be, but most of them are very friendly. I'll bring you to a dog park sometime. All right, that sounds fun. Um, Simon says, make a funny face. Oh, that's a pretty funny face. Simon says, freeze. Look up. Ralph. What? What's wrong? I didn't say Simon says. Oh, you tricked me. No, Ralph, you weren't listening. Did anyone else watching look up too? Let's try again. Simon says, yawn. Oh. Uh, Simon says, touch your table or desk. You can't see it, but I'm touching the table right now. I can confirm Ralph is definitely touching the table. Simon says, close your left eye. Well, what's wrong, Ralph? I don't have eyelids. Oh, sorry, here. Does that count? Yes, that counts. Simon says, spin around. Ah! Simon says, freeze. Simon says, touch your nose. Or, sorry, touch your nose. You didn't say Simon says, even though you did, but you weren't supposed to. Very good, Ralph. How many of you touch your nose? If you didn't, excellent work. If you are a very good active listener. If you did, no worries. You just need a little bit more practice and you'll start to get the hang of it. But I understand I said Simon says first, so if you touch your nose, that's okay. Wow, I'm glad I improved my active listening and won the game. Me too. Ross, yes, Ralph. I'm wondering, how do you know when you meet someone that can be your friend? Well, when meeting new people or bears, a great way to know if you can be friends with them is seeing if you have the same interests as you. Like if someone liked honey as much as I do, yeah, something like that. Maybe you like video games, movies, or books, or certain sports or hobbies. Actually, I have an idea. Let's play another game where we try 10 things that you're interested in. And then after we're done, we can compare our lists and see if any of our interests are the same. Everyone watching, you can do this too and see if any of our interests match up with yours. All you'll need is a piece of paper and a pencil or pen to write 10 things that you're interested in. It can be anything, like your favorite food, movie, book, or anything that you do with your free time. We'll all write 10 things that we're interested in and see if we have any of them in common. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll write these down. May I have a pen, please? Yes, you can. I can't hear you. I need you to click it. Oh yeah, sure. Okay. All right. Ralph is working away here. He's writing a couple things down. Well, I don't know what you said, but he's still writing things down. No, I can't think of any more. You write your list. Yes, I only have one pen, so I'll write my list here. Wait, you're not left-handed. Yeah, I'm writing a couple things down here. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I didn't know that about you. Oh, wow. Okay, you wrote your list very quickly. Oh my goodness. All right, hold on. I have a couple more. Just, may I have the pen back, please? Yes. No, I can't think of any more, but um how about you start with your list and then we'll carry on. Okay, does everyone have their list ready? If you don't, no need to worry. We can always work on it after the webinar or while I'm doing my list. And then if you think of any, you can just add on to it. Yeah, I need a little bit more time, so you can start with your list. Sure, I can. All right, my first interest I wrote is hockey. Oh, Oh, I don't think I've ever seen a bear on skates before, have you? I can only think of one. Oh, Carlton the bear. I've never heard of him before. I'm surprised. He's a pretty famous bear. Really? I'll have to look him up. You should. My second interest is video games. I can't play video games. I don't have any fingers. See? Oh, I can see that. My next two is running and swimming. Running and swimming, that's way too much work. I'd rather be lying on the beach or sitting on the bleachers. I'm a big fan of horror movies. Horror movies are way too scary for me. I get it. Horror movies isn't for everyone. I like playing board games. Board games? Board games take way too long. I find them boring. I enjoy volunteering. Oh, what kind of volunteering do you do? Oh, right. I like music. What kind of music do you like? All kinds of music, except for country, but I do like Johnny Cash, though. Do you know what my favorite favorite genre of music is? No, what's your favorite genre of music? Silence. That's right, my favorite music genre is silence. I take it you don't like music then? Nope, not at all. That's too bad. I enjoy reading. Who has the time? It does take a bit of a time commitment, but trust me, it's worth it. Why read when you can just watch something, am I right? No, Ralph. I think you just need to find something you'll be interested in, and you'd be surprised how much you can learn by reading. I love anything that's barbecued. Vegetables, anything. It's fantastic. Vegetables? That's gross. Really? You don't like vegetables? No, I do not. I'm sorry to hear that, Ralph. Vegetables are really good for you. Okay, Ralph, that was my 10 interests. How about your list? Oh, yes. Just let me jolt a couple more down. I thought of a couple when you were saying your list. Please give me a pen. Sure. Yeah, Ralph just has two more to write here. So if there's any that you thought of when I was saying my list, this would be a good time to jolt them down right now. Hmm, hmm, hmm. I'm all done. Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm ready. Like I mentioned before, I really like honey. I see that's the first thing on your list. It's a little too sweet for me, to be honest. I feel bad for you. I put it on everything. I also like singing in the rain. How oddly specific. Can you sing a song right now? Is it raining? I no, I don't think so. Well, I guess that answers that, doesn't it? Oh, another thing I enjoy is back scratches. Oh, really? Do you want me to give you a back scratch right now? Yes, that sounds great. Oh, thanks, Ross. It's tricky to get those spots with my little paws. No problem, Ralph, anytime. My next three on my list usually happen all at the same time. I really enjoy hiking in the wilderness, and when I'm hiking, I'll start to climb a tree like this. And when I get on top of the tree, I wait until someone else is walking on the trail below. And when they get close enough, I'll try to scare them like this. Ah! Ah! Ross, did I scare you? Yes, Ralph, that was terrifying. That's my favorite thing to do. So you don't like horror movies, but you like scaring others? Do people and bears like it when you scare them like that? Usually not. And people definitely really don't like it when a bear scares them. But it's fun. That's okay, I guess, as long as no one gets hurt. And if we're not doing it to the same person over and over that doesn't enjoy getting scared. I know if someone told me to stop, I would. That's good to hear, Ralph. I like playing with Lego. I know, I'm always stepping on your Lego pieces, and I swear nothing hurts more than stepping on one of your Lego pieces. You shouldn't swear. I really like card games as well. Wait, how do you play card games? Ross, grab the camera so I can show everyone how to do it. How I do it. Really? Yes, hurry, grab the camera. See, it's easy. I just put, hello, I just put the card on the edge of the table like this, okay? Well, sorry, there's things in the way here. Bear with me. This is usually not in the way. So I look down and I'm like, oh yes, this is the card I want to play. And then oh, Ross, can you pick that up for me? Yeah, sure. Oh, I'm sorry about this, folks. I swear it's easy. Hold on. Yes, that's good. Okay. All right. And then I look at the edge. I'm like, oh yes, this is the card I want to play. So I just grab it. I just grab it with my mouth. There you go. I played the 8 of spades and I won the card game. Just like that. Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry. Ralph, you knocked the cup over. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, it's everywhere. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, it's okay, Ralph. No big deal. No big deal. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was that wasn't good. I, Ralph, like, where did you? That card wasn't there before. Like, how? Where did that card come from? Oh, I'm a magician. Oh, you like magic as well? Yes. Uh, well, do you have a trick that you can show us? Yes, of course. Ross, please pick up one of those wax pastels on the desk. Wax pastels? Yes, the box to your left. This? Yes, hold it up so everyone can see the box of wax pastels. Why are you calling them wax pastels? Well, that's what they're called, of course. Please don't interrupt me. Ross, does this look like a normal box of wax pastels? Yeah, this looks like a normal box of wax pastels. Behold, as I make these wax pastels disappear with the wave of my hand. Uh, Ralph, I don't think that's gonna work. Um, oh, oh my goodness, Ralph. Where did they go? I'm shocked. How did you do it? A magician never reveals their secrets. Ralph, that was amazing. That wasn't even on your list of interests. Um, what's the next interest on your list? Oh, I enjoy dancing. Wow, you're really moving there. Personally, myself, I have 2 left feet. Oh, and the last thing on my list is gardening. Really? I like moving dirt with my nose and smelling the flowers. I didn't know that about you, Ralph. You'll have to show me your garden sometime. I would love to, Ross. Well, that was Ralph's last thing on his list. And now that Ralph and I have gone through our list, anyone watching, did you have anything in common? With me or Ralph? Maybe you can share your list with the people that did this activity too, and see if any of you have the same common interest. Wait a minute, Ralph, what's wrong? Ross, look at our list. Um, what about it? Um, Ross, we have nothing in common. Wait, let me look at this. Oh, wow. Ralph, you're right. You know what that means, right? Um, no. What? It means we can't be friends anymore. Um, I can see why you would think that, but I think people that don't have any common interests can still be friends. Even though we don't have the same interests, there are some of your interests that I'd be willing to try, like gardening. I've never done any gardening myself, so if I'd seen your garden, maybe it would inspire me to start a garden of my own. Oh, I see. I guess we could try a couple different board games that you like and see if I can get into them. That's the spirit. It's always good to be open to new things, even if at first you wouldn't think you'd be interested in doing them. Hmm. Ralph? Ra- Ralph? Ralph? Ralph, what's wrong? Ross, sometimes I feel like I don't know what to say when I'm in a conversation. One moment I'll be talking, and the next my mind will be blank. It just happened to me now. Don't worry, Ralph. It happens to me too. It's scary to talk to people sometimes because we don't know how that person we're talking to is going to perceive us. And that can make a person or a bear anxious and self-conscious. We all get overwhelmed, and sometimes it can happen at the oddest time. There's something wrong with you. Well, next time it happens to me, what should I say? I don't know, but I like it when you talk to me, though. Well, what if I don't have anything else to say? It's okay to be quiet sometimes. Is it? Yes, you might feel like you're weird or you don't belong, and people can react negatively towards you, but it just means you haven't met the right friend yet. It's important to be friends with people that treat you with respect and that you can be yourself with. It's not always easy to find a friend like that. But what if I want to be friends with everyone? That's admirable, but one good friend that you can be yourself with is better than everyone liking you that you can't be yourself with. And you're going to meet people or bears in your life where it doesn't matter what you do or say to them, they won't want to be your friend. But that's okay. Hmm, how long does it take to find a friend? It's hard to say. Sometimes it can take longer than you want. But the most important thing to finding a friend is to be patient and not allow people to take advantage of you or make you feel bad about yourself. Thanks. I feel better knowing that I'm not alone the way I feel sometimes. Do you know what I think? What's that, Ralph? I think it's very important that every bear or person has a friend. Yeah, Ralph. I would definitely agree with that with you. It's very important to have a friend. When you really think about it, no one can really achieve anything alone. As a matter of fact, just me being here today took a lot of effort by a friend of my own. At this very moment, as I speak, someone has a hand in everything that I'm doing here at this webinar today. And I'll be the first to admit, it moves me. I'm glad to hear it, Ralph. It's very true what you said. Everything that one individual has done in history with importance has had help from others in one way or another. Friends will come and go sometimes, but it's important that we always have a person that we can rely on and let them rely on us when they need help. That's what friendship is all about, and everyone needs that support. Ralph and I would want to thank everyone that was watching and to let you know that you deserve a friend in your life. And if you don't have a friend yet, we hope our webinar will help you get one soon. Ralph and I would also like to thank AboutFace and you for taking time out of your day to spend it with us. Adriana!
Hello, Ross and Ralph. Thank you, thank you, thank you for such an amazing and creative presentation today and talking about friends. Ralph, I hope that you'll join Ross again in the future for another Children Youth series. And to everyone that joined us, thank you so much. Our presentation is going to be available on our YouTube channel at a soon date. Ross and Ralph, I hope they have an amazing day. Thank you again for joining, and everyone else as well. Thanks, everyone.